Zscaler reporting a strong third quarter on the top and bottom lines last week. The company also boosted its fiscal year guidance against the backdrop of more cautious guidance from peers in the cybersecurity sector. For more, we're now bringing in Zscaler CEO Chaudhry. Jay, it is good to have you on the show. And, Jay, this is the first time we've had a chance to talk to you since you reported results, Jay. You reported, you beat, the stock jumped. Maybe start there, Jay. Walk us through what drove the quarter.
So, cyber is a number one concern for CIOs, CISOs, and boards, but they also have to worry about cost savings. Market is tight, there's a lot of deal scrutiny. Zscaler is a unique provider where we provide the best cybersecurity with zero trust architecture, but we also reduce cost because we eliminate a bunch of legacy security point products, firewalls, VPNs, and more. So that's why we're able to close business by doing both at the same time.
Hey, Jay, it's Julie here. It's good to see you. You guys recently reported a cyber breach, I believe. What can you tell us about that? And did that have any kind of effect in the quarter or in the present quarter?
So there's no breach per se. There's a claimed breach, so to speak.
Gotcha.
The social media can do all kinds of stuff. Yes, we did have an engineer trying to play with a new server in a QA environment, single machine. That was out there discovered, that was being set up. So there's a little basis for it. There's none to it. We're very transparent with customers. We kept in communication, but it had no impact. Rather, customers came and said, wow, you guys had great transparent communication. We love it.
Jay, when we have you, it's always worth getting your kind of broader take on the threat landscape, Jay. I mean, a lot of threats, rogue states, bad actors, criminal gangs. What are you seeing out there, Jay?
There are two main areas. One, the people who want to make money quick, so ransomware on the rise. And then there are nation states trying to steal secrets. Those are the two big buckets. And they are leveraging by getting on the network of the company, moving laterally, find high value assets, and going after them. So zero trust architecture is being really looked at as the primary solution for it. The reason Zscaler growth is happening is because companies are embracing zero trust architecture that we pioneered. You talked about China just now. The big threat from China is that all large companies who are present in China, they have a network coming from China all the way to the US or Europe. Bad guys can get on the network in China, travel, and try to infect stuff out there. We allow you not to have a network connected to China or other countries and still have secure communication. Those are the type of things enterprises and federal government organizations need to do to secure themselves.
And Jay, of course, this is an election year not only in the US, we just had an election in Mexico, we just had an election in India. And I know that when you're talking about breaches or insecure communications, that's a very different issue than misinformation and disinformation.
Yes.
But I'm just curious what you are seeing, if anything, sort of linked to geopolitics around the globe.
So we do track it, though it's not our primary focus. We are seeing uptick of misinformation. We have a research team that actually tries to figure out what content is generated by Gen AI and what content is created by people. It's fascinating to see you can actually tell the difference. And we're seeing a lot more content that's being put out there that Gen AI is creating. So all of us have to need to worry about it.
Jay, I want to touch on competition real quickly, and specifically Microsoft moving into your world. I was checking with an analyst, Jay, who covers the company, and he was saying, listen, that is, in his opinion, creating some noise in the market and on the street. What are you seeing, Jay?
Look, large companies like Microsoft, they want to expand in all areas, right? So I'm not surprised that they're trying to expand in our area. They have had overlapping products for a while. Microsoft Windows has VPN built in for a long, long time. But when I talk to large enterprises, they ask for two things. Number one, they said, I want a security provider like a Switzerland who can equally support my security to access Office 365, Azure, AWS, GCP, and scores of SaaS applications. we are in a better position to do that than an application provider like Microsoft. Number two, with all the issue you're seeing out there with Midnight Blizzard, I'm sure you saw the report that came from federal government about some of those issues. More and more customers want application provider to be different from security provider. Separation of applications and security is a better thing. You don't want a fox watch the hen house.
Jay, we always appreciate you coming on the show. Thank you.
Josh and Julie, thank you for the opportunity. Hope to talk to you again.